Figure it out.
Hello, this is Adam Koralik with Flying and Eating. Today, let's go somewhere and do something, and make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Hey guys, it's Adam here. On the previous episode of Flying and Eating, I made my way out to the UK. We explored a little bit of Northampton as well as London. My girlfriend and I did.
Good morning, it's day who knows. I'm here at Heathrow's Terminal 5. I'm there with the missus who is enjoying a vape at the moment. So here's the plan. We're going to go in there and try to find food and stuff. Then we're hopping a flight down to Amsterdam. Our flight's a good 5 hours away, so at Heathrow that's approximately about enough time to get to the flight. In all seriousness, Heathrow is insane, but always come early to a European airport. They are not good at this. The British are a little better than the mainland Europeans at this thing, but still, it ain't the States. They're not as efficient about it. So give yourself time. Sadly, this means I'm not flying a United flight today. I'm flying a British Airways flight. It's like British Airways, that's cool. I got a buddy who works there, so they get a pass. Not of much use to me, but it doesn't make any sense to fly back to the States and then over to Amsterdam, obviously. So, British Airways, here we go. It's a relatively cheap flight. I had to buy this one. I have no power here. It sucks. But anyway, yeah, the flight should be fine, and relatively short. It's like a 90-minute flight, tops. So, yeah, we're going to get a review of a non-United airline. Although I do get American Airlines for this, funny enough. Useless. Attempting to check in. The self-check-in kiosks do not work. This is European airport law. Something must always go extremely wrong. It's naturally because it's Europe, they have no idea what gate it's going to be. I mean, the flight is a whole, 4 hours away, so why would you know that? Ooh, as opposed to us, where we'll tell you a month in advance where your gate is. Anyway, so all good though. They let us check our bags for free, which I'm going to give them props for because that was an iffiness. But we're hungry. And look, the Globe, pub and kitchen. I'm gonna get food. That burger looks pretty bomb. I might do that.
Burger again? You only had one yesterday.
I mean, no, I'm not gonna get a burger. We'll see how much trouble I get in, guys. I'll let you know. It looks like a lot of trouble is about to happen. So our food has arrived. As you can see, I did not get the burger. I was kind of good. But I did go out with a bang. We're getting a full English here, which is funny because I did not do one the entire time I was here. Also immune from trouble because she did exactly the same thing. Yeah. So what'd you think of your full English breakfast?
Yum. I said yum.
Oh, that's it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I liked it. I'm also the lucky beneficiary of her hash browns and her mushrooms. And the bread.
You would have got the beans as well, because the beans are...
I didn't want the beans. I ate the beans. They were unnecessary. But I'm an American. The beans thing, it's like I'll do it for relations reasons.
Says
But
you guys who invented cheese in a can.
Cheese in a can is not cheese. But it is a can.
But it says it's cheese.
But it's a can.
Doesn't
So
matter.
that's what they're
It's
tricking
cheese
you
in
with.
a
You're actually
can.
buying a can.
It's cheese in a can. You invented that, but you can't slate us for constantly having baked beans.
I'm not slaying you for it.
I said slating.
I don't understand your accent. So we just cleared airport security, just as a reminder as to how this works in the UK. Much like mainland Europe within the European Union, there is no TSA. That is an American construct. So what you do is you take your boarding pass and you just kind of scan it on a thing and it just lets you through. Then you go through the normal airport security of taking stuff out of your bags and checking for liquids and all that sort of stuff. Always have to take the laptops and Pluto out. They love making me take the Pluto out. They never care what it is. They just think it's a laptop, so they leave it alone if you take it out preemptively. The Americans don't care about this anymore, which is ironic for a lot of reasons, but whatever. What are you doing now?
Me? I don't know. I think I'm trying to head towards somewhere that sells makeup.
Yeah, couldn't have guessed that one. She's excited about this thing called the duty-free store.
And Starbucks.
And Starbucks.
Yum, 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 yum.
She loves Starbucks.
Oh yeah, freedom fever. Oh.
You do have freedom fever.
And I
that's
just don't
true.
like the shot from your arm.
That's a freedom fever. Look, it's Brexit summarized in a single photo. So we're sitting here trying to find out what gate to go to. As a reminder, Europeans love to never tell you the gate of your flight until it's about time to board. I have no idea why they do this, but yeah, they haven't announced ours yet. Well, we were about to go to Starbucks, and then the missus left me. I'm very heartbroken. She saw another guy, and she just ran off to him. His name is Harry Potter. Yeah, hard to compete. He's British, No, for real, she just ran off into the store. So they have a dedicated Harry Potter store. It's all the same stuff you see at the Universal shop and stuff in Orlando and Los Angeles and all that. They sell butterbeer, but only like the cold bottled one. It's not even cold. It's not refrigerated. Like warm butterbeer is one of the best things I've ever had in my life. Go to the park in Orlando, try that. Unbelievable. This is just tourist kitschy stuff, which is fine. She is happy, and that makes me happy.
Because stereotypes.
It's been a few hours. We're still here at Heathrow, just wandering around, wondering what our gate is going to be. It's not announced yet, and we do know our flight was delayed, though, so, you know, win-win.
Finally, our gate has been announced. We can actually go. But yet again, we are delayed. Woohoo!
We scanned our things. We're about to board the flight. European weirdness. You have to scan the boarding pass with a passport. The human being will check the passport. No one else will check their boarding pass. And there's 3 green lanes where you're supposed to just scan and walk through. But because it's Europe, everybody just stays in the same line for the one.
Yeah, I don't know why everyone just filtered to the same one.
Yeah, I was the only one with initiative. It was like, get the out of my way. I went to the open ones. So we've officially landed here in AMS, Amsterdam. It's your first time in the Netherlands. Are you excited to do things? What would those things potentially include?
Well, I'll just say that.
Miss Legal Eagle, what are you going to do?
Oh, just.
Yeah, you guys get it. Anyway, that's what she's going to be doing a lot of. You might see some of that. You might remember the Alaska video. That didn't go over too well last time, but we'll try anyway. This one might force me.
I will convert him yet.
Yes. So we're not going to spend a whole lot of time here at AMS, but this is a big airport, obviously within the mainland Europe, here in the Netherlands and Amsterdam. KLM is the big airline that operates out of here. Little review on British Airways. The airline itself is fine. That flight was not. The guy that left of us was super sick and coughing the whole time. The people left of us, super sick. People in front of us, super sick. Everybody coughing around us. Again, that's not the airline's fault, but it was like the person in front of us was one of the most irritating children I have ever encountered. Ever. You were losing it on that one. Yeah, she's still mad about it. Yeah, anyway, so...
No offense if your child is lovely.
Yeah, I'm sure whoever's watching this, I'm sure your children are adorable, lovely, perfect people, and they don't apply to you. All we're saying is the kid on the flight was annoying as hell. Yeah. But anyway, we're going to wander here a bit, go get our bags, clear customs, even though we were in Europe. Obviously, the European Union doesn't apply in the case of the British, so we have to do that. Huh? Yeah. So, yeah, if you ever fly out here, you're probably going to end up on KLM. Keep that in mind. But anyway, you hungry? You want food?
I'm actually fine at the moment.
We might get food.
I've got a different mission in mind.
She has a very specific mission that closes at 1 a.m. Yeah.
After that flight, I think I deserve it.
Yeah, that's fair. So we're at customs, which is a little weird. They just have it indicated by a couple little signs on paper. One on the left is EU, one on the right is all passports. And since you guys did the whole Brexit thing, you're stuck with me. So we completed customs. Not really a big deal. Very long line. But the guy over there she is. Very long line. But once we got through it, no big deal. Just kind of went up to passport control. It's the Schengen zone in general. Schengen zone, again, if you've never seen other European videos, is a bunch of countries in Europe all agreed to a shared border control policy. So you can freely wander between all of those countries without border control once you've entered it. So Netherlands, of course, participates in that program. So now that we're in the Schengen zone, we're technically cleared for Germany and, Poland. And you get it, like a whole bunch of France, whatever. Obviously, as an American, that doesn't apply to me. And post-Brexit doesn't apply to her. But anyway, that was fun. And we went up to border control, and he's like, what's the reason for your visit? And we're like, we're here together. And he's like, so wait, you're from the States and she's from the UK? Why are you traveling together? Long distance relationship. We just hang out in cities. Ah, okay. Stamps, laughs, moves on. So now that we've got our bags, we have to go through the nothing to declare line, and then we are in the country. Just as a heads up, when you're here, if you're going to get an Uber, there's a very specific Uber pickup location. Our guy just showed up. He is the white... There's our guy, the white Tesla. Yeah, anyway, on to the hotel. So we are now at a place called Bull Wacky, where the missus had a priority. What did you get here?
This is a pure sativa.
Joint?
Obviously.
Yeah, well, go ahead.
Oh, am I now already?
I guess so. It was kind of funny, by the way, because we asked, like, is there a designated area where we can smoke it or whatever? And he just lifts his arms and goes, anywhere.
Good morning. It's day who knows here in the Netherlands, in Amsterdam specifically. We got here last night. Certain activities were partaken in.
Oh god.
Yeah. Anyway, so she's a little sleepy. Anyway, now that we have moved on, I had kind of screwed up the booking. We ended up in kind of a mediocre hotel last night, but now we're in a much better one, which is nice. It's really cool, free buffet and all this stuff. We're not partaking in because we didn't arrive in time for it, because whatever, it doesn't matter. We're gonna go over to another place now and get breakfast, and hopefully something chocolatey, brunch.
Chocolate.
Well, they love their chocolate breakfasts here, so we'll see what happens. This place is cool. It's a little weird. It's like a park, like this open area place. I see birds eating off of people's plates. Interesting. But yeah, you order stuff over there. There's scannable menus at every table. We'll come up with something. All right, our food has arrived. I got these special berry pancakes, and you got what's called health food?
It's just a granola. It's full of fresh fruit. You can see like grapes, strawberries, blueberries, blackberries as well, banana. Of course.
Yeah, it looks good. I also got a coffee, duh. And then we got some cheese souffle bites, so we'll just see how that goes. That was just kind of a bonus thing. Are you excited about cheese souffle bites?
I'm more excited about the granola, but yeah.
All right, well, I'm excited about pancakes, so let's eat. She wouldn't let me get the fish burger.
Yeah, because you had a burger yesterday.
But it was fish! So we just came out of Vanderbilt or something?
I don't know how to pronounce it either. I don't know why you're looking at me.
No idea, Dutch word. But it was good. Obviously the name was on the screen somewhere. We know. Anyway, I'm sorry. Oh my god, please don't leave me. Okay, she's fine. The food was good, right?
Yes.
Yeah, food was good. Had the pancakes. Those were really fluffy little cakes of this.
Oh,
This
they were good.
cakes, I can't speak. But yeah, no, those were really good. You tried a bit of those, right?
Yeah, they were very fluffy.
Yeah. She didn't try the cheese souffle thing. You really missed out on that.
That's
They
okay.
were kind of like mozzarella cheese bites, but like way higher quality. And the sauce that went with it was like sweet and sour sauce ketchup, which doesn't sound appealing. I want to try and recreate that myself. That was really good.
I'm going to have to help you with that because you probably won't be able to.
That is correct. Absolutely. So yeah, I would actually totally recommend that place. It's like dog accessible and stuff. Like pets can go in there, whatever. It's a whole very cool little place.
I think they also had a kids' playground.
Did you like your little granola bowl or whatever?
I did, yeah. It's full of lovely bits of fruit.
Yeah, she gets this thing called health food. I don't understand that.
I'm on a diet.
What's that?
I don't know,
Oh, that's
grapefruits.
like the Coca-Cola with no flavor, right? That? Yeah,
You ate the granola too,
I did.
and you liked it.
I did.
Yeah, that's right, people. He ate it.
So we're now walking through a little park, and there's a dog over there wearing a t-shirt, but he's hiding behind a tree. Sorry about that. Hi, babe. Anyway, there's the dog. But yeah, walking through this park on the way into the city center. We had two options, which was either walk through the city part to get to the more city part, or go through the nature part. And I felt like you might appreciate the nature part more.
Well, yeah, of course.
You like nature.
I do.
Now, if you guys recall from previous videos, I have discussed what nature is before, but I'll just give them a recap in case they don't
Oh my
understand.
God.
Nature typically consists of these green things known as trees. Now, fun fact, the tree is actually the not green part. The green part is, they call them leaves, and they're filled with chlorophyll, and that makes them green. That's what I remember from school. That's how you define nature. Does that sound about right?
I wasn't listening to you.
Good girl. Look, babe, this is a bridge, and there's more nature over there.
I know.
Do you like nature still, or has it changed?
Why would it have changed in the past 10 minutes?
I don't know. Sometimes people move forward with their lives, you know?
Oh, I get it.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm leaving them.
Okay, bye. Well, this is a quintessential Dutch boat. Oh, look at that. There's another one. There you go. That's neat.
This is amusing, and I can't wait till Nintendo sues all of Amsterdam.
So we're inside a gift shop, and you see a bunch of things that say Holland on them, so I thought I'd take the opportunity to kind of explain this. So it is a common misconception of where we actually are. We are in the country of the Netherlands, okay, in the city of Amsterdam, in the territory of Holland. So Holland, you can think of it as like a state. There's Noord-Holland and Sur-Holland, so there's North Holland and South Holland, plus a bunch of others. The only other one I know of is Zeeland, which is actually where New Zealand comes from, incidentally. It gets confusing because they are the Dutch from the country of the Netherlands, in the city of Amsterdam, in the territory of Holland. But often, people just think of the whole country as Holland, which is incorrect. It's like saying the whole country of the United States is California. Yep. I absolutely hate the Nintendo Wii, but I think I have to get this by law. This is really cool. So we've kind of wandered. We're just kind of entering the city outskirts per se. And we saw this little lizard park. These are just statues. Don't get afraid. Babe, I'm not afraid. Are you afraid? Look, he didn't attack, babe. Maybe it's because it's a statue. So this is just something I want to point out. So we have a place called New York Steakhouse, and over there we have a place called New York Pizza. And the reason that, of course, is interesting is because New York was once called New Amsterdam, founded by this exact same city. It's kind of interesting to see it go back and forth. But if you're ever walking around Manhattan, especially southern Manhattan, you'll see it's designed a lot like Amsterdam. And the infrastructure is still there, where it's kind of a spoke model. And then it gets to a certain point and it changes to grids. Interesting. So while the missus goes into Flying Tiger Copenhagen to look at greeting cards or something, I don't know what they do. I just want to talk a little bit more about the Netherlands, specifically Amsterdam, and the language barrier issue. Because if people have never been here, you might think, oh, I have to learn some Dutch. Everyone in Amsterdam speaks English. In fact, I almost never hear the Dutch language even spoken anywhere. Everybody kind of defaults to English, which is kind of what has happened here is like, almost every country in Europe, the second language is English, and once the Schengen zone and the EU were established, a lot of transplants would move around. So the second language of everybody kind of inherently, accidentally became the first language. So in a lot of cities are odd ones out where they speak English normally. This would be one of them. Now, I'm just saying this from the perspective of a tourist. I don't live here, I don't do the day-to-day, but I have noticed everything is always in English. I've never had any problems here. I've never had one situation, even remotely, where the person only spoke Dutch. Not even close. In fact, most places will default to English because they're just expecting everybody to be able to speak it. And interestingly, the accent you'll most commonly hear, the American accent. That's where apparently a lot of Dutch learn their English. I'm gonna give a shout out here to a store I've never been to just because mad respect. This is a store that just sells rubber duckies, and it thrives. You deserve praise, my friend. You deserve praise. Oh, the Dutch, what have you done? What have you done? So we just stopped in another one of those like American candy stores. I always find those actually kind of amusing in Europe, not just because I'm an American, because they also have a lot of stuff I haven't seen in a long time because it gets discontinued, but I guess they still get it from some distributor. So I'm going to show you a bunch of oddities here of things we found, some of which we did buy, most of which we did not, but I just thought that's amusing to see these things. And good on them. Good on the Dutch for out-Americaning America.
Okay.
That makes sense to you?
Sure.
Sure.
Are you taking a photo?
Video.
Oh. That's why it says right?
Yeah, that's why I do it. This is an example of a Dutch license plate. Of course, they use the EU symbol and NL representing the Netherlands. Now you know. Little observation as I'm walking around here. You're going to see this red flag with a black band and 3 white X's, which represents the city of Amsterdam. I'm noticing I'm seeing that a lot more than, say, the Dutch national flag. I don't know why that is, other than it's just a civic pride thing, but just an observation. So we are now here at the Anne Frank House, which is this one in the middle. It is a very busy tourist attraction, a big museum in there. I'm not going to go over the whole history of Anne Frank. I'm sure a lot of you guys know it, but this is the very infamous house in which all of those events occurred. Very easy to get to on foot. Google will definitely recommend it to you. You should not have a problem. However, the line to get into it is ridiculous and apparently does actually require 2 to 3 months advance notice if you actually want to see it. Remember?
Yeah, I do.
So along the river in Amsterdam, you'll see these kind of cutesy little houses. This is one of the more iconic type of architecture images that people have of Amsterdam. Not so much the old people in the little boat, you know, vacationing or whatever. That's not usually, babe, that's not usually the stereotype you imagine Amsterdam's old people sunbathing. No? But what they do imagine is the cutesy little houses. You remember that. That's why they sell merch of that and not old people sunbathing. So we're at a place called the Pancake Bakery. We're not actually going to eat here, but I do want to point this out because you'll see a lot of pancake places throughout this country. Pretty sure the Dutch invented pancakes, hence they take pride in it. Oh, he put his paw up to you. Look at that. Oh, he wants to play with you. So this is a store called Game Over. It's like the only legit retro game store in Amsterdam. I got a couple of items here. Really cool guys. Showed them the Sega Pluto. They thought that was awesome. It was a bit of a showstopper. Some of the other customers are like, wait a minute, I've heard of that. I want to see that. And so it was fun to actually get people excited about the Sega Pluto on its tour of the world. Holy crap, it's a chain. Mama Duck Store ain't just a one-off. They make enough money off rubber ducks to have multiple stores, babe. Wow. So we're in this very loud epicenter, as you can hear, but it's beautiful. It's, I'm pretty sure, like the epicenter of Amsterdam, where you can see a whole bunch of scenic things. Madame Tussauds, I can't pronounce. Death himself has made a cameo here. Hi, Death. And
Yeah, a lot of cool stuff going on here. Neat little area. Very loud, obviously, but cool nonetheless. So Mrs. Koralik has gone off to a wonderful little makeup store. That's her thing. While I'm standing around getting Pluto photos with an actual Dutch flag, which is surprisingly hard. Because like I said, most people display the Amsterdam flag, not so much the Netherlands flag. This is a place that actually does both. So this is a thing. The Dutch are really into their cheese. So there's a lot of dedicated just cheese stores. Get Dutch cheese. It's good stuff. So if you're ever in the Netherlands, one of the things you got to do is a stroopwafel. They're very fancy waffles dipped in chocolate and things, and they make them on site. Oh, and they smell good. So we're now in our final hotel room here, which is actually pretty neat because one thing that's really cool about this hotel is they send you digital keys, which I thought was kind of weird, but it's like an app. And then as soon as you get the link, you just kind of click on your phone and the door unlocks, which I've never been in a hotel that did that. Oh, she's excited. Look, balcony. We have our own balcony. And you can look out at the Netherlands, dear. Yeah.
We got lucky.
Yeah. That's pretty cool. I think this hotel's really neat. It's not super close to like the city center, but I think it's a neat hotel. Plus they have all the free coffee and drinks and stuff you want. And even though it says there's no complimentary breakfast, there totally is. I don't know if we'll use it, but it's there. Here it is. This is the chocolate breakfast stuff I was talking about. You just kind of spread this all over bread. There you go. The Dutch love this. Not only do we get free bottles of water, we get free mini Stroop waffles. This is as Dutch as it gets.
And that'll do it for part 2. Thank you so much for watching. If you guys could do me a favor, please stay tuned to part 3, in which we go to one of the weirdest borders in the world, a very strange series of enclaves between the nation of the Netherlands and Belgium. It's a lot of fun. But hopefully if you guys like this video, please do me a favor, literally like this video, comment down below, subscribe if you've never done that before, as well as check out all my social media stuff in the description. Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Discord, Patreon, etc., as well as my girlfriend stuff, which will be linked accordingly. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all later.